real talk on this channel. And when you have long-haired cats, grooming is going to be a necessity. You have to get them used to grooming procedures as kittens so that they are used to it as adults, because as they age, cats are going to have a hard time grooming themselves. The mats are going to become more prevalent, and car trips to the vet might be more frequent. So if you get them used to this, it would be a less stressful experience for your cats, for your long-haired cats. I could only film the cats when they are in peak fur condition and looking beautiful and have this fairy tale lie, essentially, that my cats are always well groomed, they're always perfect, and this is just how it is. But no, the cats will get mats. If you have long-haired cats, you're going to deal with mats. They're going to get it around their butt area. It doesn't matter how often you brush them. Butt area, under their belly, their hair catches everything. Lint, dust, litter particles. It doesn't matter. So it's good to get used to grooming. And part of grooming is shaving. Now, I know there's going to be controversy with this topic. People are going to say you shouldn't shave your cats. You should leave that to a professional groomer. The cat's skin is very thin and can break apart, and if you don't know what you're doing, you really hurt and injure your cat, and all of that is true. If you have the money to take your cats to get professionally groomed, I highly recommend it. And I have taken my cats to professional groomers when I am unable to tackle the problem myself. But there are some times when money becomes an issue, and especially I've said it before, I'm by myself. So it's just me and the cats, and it was necessary for me to learn how to use a razor on my cats. I said that on the last video. I kind of briefly went over it, but I'm going to do a deep dive into the topic. So a few months ago, I stopped giving the cats wet food on a daily basis. Now, I don't know what rabbit hole I went down as far as my research went, but I realized that I was on a kick of trying to keep my cats as healthy as possible. I was trying different cat foods and expensive cat foods, human grade cat foods, all this different types of different brands. I was doing it slowly, but the cats would not eat most of the food that I gave them. So I think I went down a cats can have allergies to fish type of thing, and then I stopped giving them salmon, wet salmon, pate feast. I stopped giving them wet food, salmon. A few months later, I noticed that my cats were matting like crazy. Their skin was drier. It felt like rough and coarse where they used to be soft and fluffy. And of course, we all know Sage had to be shaved down completely because his mats were just out of control. And Draco, he matted a couple times, but he matted a couple times when he was a kitten, but he really started matting after the stop of salmon. And I didn't put two and two together until recently when I was looking up why is my cat's fur not in the healthy condition as it should be. And to some people it would be like, duh, they need the fish oil. But if that's the case, this video isn't for you. This is for people who might not know that. So yeah, they definitely need fish oil in their diet to keep their hair looking good. And when I restarted them back on fish oil, salmon, they really started to thrive. Sage's fur started coming back in the way it used to be, very soft and fluffy. It wasn't coarse like, I don't know, like a Brillo pad wire. It was so bad. And so did Draco's. And I noticed that the mats kind of stopped as well. So they are kind of at the end of this whole process cycle right now, and I'm so glad about it. But yeah, so what are mats? When you have long haired cats, maybe even if you have short haired cats, but they probably won't mat as frequently, but definitely if you have long haired cats, mats are like clumps of fur, tight clumps of fur that you can't really pick out with a comb or a brush. Sometimes they get so tight and so bad you have to cut them out, shave them out. And this is basically what a mat is. A dried clump of fur. Since it's really hard to show you how to shave a cat while holding the phone with one hand, I'm actually just gonna do a demonstration like this. So hold on guys, let's see if I can prop you up. Like that. So basically, if this were on your cat, you wanna take the razor and go under the mat, around in the area until you basically scoop it away. And you wanna do this slow. And you want to make sure that the cat is in a calm state and that you're not injuring, tugging, or scraping. And I do want to reiterate, that a cat's skin is very paper thin. And you should only shave out mats when it's absolutely necessary. And I want to caution you to have patience, practice, be careful, and take your time whenever you are using a razor on your cat. Even if you have to use scissors, because any quick movement can be a disaster for your cat. This isn't intended to scare you. It just means you have to go slowly, do short sessions, take your time, and learn how to use the razor, learn what it can and cannot do, and go slow. I started by getting the cats used to the sound of the razor. Yes, I did. And I wouldn't touch them with it, but I would give them food, turn on the razor, give them more food, not food, but pet treats. Maybe pet them, say good boy, turn the razor on so that they got used to the sound of the razor and realized it wasn't a threat. And then I started touching them with it. I would start the razor, touch them with it, maybe shave a little area, cut the razor off, let them sniff it so that they know that what the razor was doing was not hurting them. Just very short, like that, sweeping motion, very short, to see how deep the razor was cutting, what force I would need to get the mat out. You know, I just took my time and I worked on one little spot. And it wasn't as hard as all that, you know. I did not get deep to the cat's skin. I didn't cut him, and Draco was fine. I have not used a razor on Sage yet, but Draco's been my little test dummy. And I was able to get it by myself, just me. So it's doable. If you have a partner to help you hold the cat, you're in a better position than most. And it would probably be easier than that. But if you're single, you can do it. And you can also clip the cat's claws by yourself. It's the same technique, get them used to it, get them used to you touching their paws. So I learned that. You definitely want to start in one area at a time, and it may take several days. You should do it in short sessions if you're by yourself so that the cat does not become irritated or hate the process. You want to have the cat have a positive experience every single time the razor is broken out, or just brushing and grooming in general. It should be a positive reinforcement. If you have mats around the neck and belly, I highly recommend you get someone to assist you. I have not even attempted that. And of course, if the mats are out of control, like there's just more than you could possibly handle yourself, maybe big mats, definitely take them to a groomer's. It's worth it. And the cat might be shaved down, but you can start fresh like I have with Sage. And just stay on top of it. That's important when you're grooming a cat, when you're taking care of a long-haired cat. Stay on top of their fur. Make sure you shave and clip frequently so that the fur doesn't get out of hand, because they groom themselves, but they definitely need help. So I guess that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Remember to like and subscribe. Or dislike. Just make sure you put it in the comments why, because I love to hear different points of view, even if they're different from mine. You know, I'm just going to get some butt scratches. I have noticed that Sage's fur has come in darker. I have to do some research on Ragdolls and Siamese, like the whole Siamese breed of their fur. Will it go back to white? I don't know, I'll have to check. That might be an upcoming video, yay. But I don't mind the dark fur, he's so cute. Everybody loves you on this channel.